Greetings once again, Shinigami, or Quincy, Duuz-Diz-Din, back again with more of Bleach, the Thousand-Year Blood War. Previously we saw the immaculate battle between Kenpachi Zaraki and Retsu Unohana, the previous Kenpachi of the distant 1,000 years ago. Unohana had been tasked with reawakening Kenpachi's original battle spirit, apparently long ago, during their first clash when Kenpachi was but a child. He was so happy to have found someone who was actually strong. He actually weakened himself during that time, as he had outclassed Unohana and weakened himself to get to her level, a sin which Unohana felt was unforgivable. Zaraki was caught up in his admiration for her, and thus she had to die, so that he would be able to not only surpass her, but move beyond her. The fight was thrilling and bone-chilling, but it reached its inevitable conclusion. And now, Kenpachi Zanpakuto has finally spoken to him, as he has now become the Soul Reaper he was always meant to be. Elsewhere, in the Soul King Palace, Renji, Ichigo, and Kon have arrived at the Holden, meeting with Oetsu Namaida, the creator of Zanpakuto, and the two were tasked with a difficult objective: be thrown in a pit filled with asuchi, or asucha? The kind of template that is used to inject spirit energy into to create a Zanpakuto. They're not too happy about Ichigo and Renji breaking their blade, and they have to battle it out with a legion of them in order to pass Namiya's test. And while Renji has passed, Ichigo failed. And while Ichigo is desperate to have Namiya reconsider, Namiya tells Ichigo it would require Ichigo to understand himself more than likely, his mother's heritage as a Quincy. What will Ichigo learn? Join me as I find out. Won't you? You also noticed it, right? That it was going to be useless no matter how hard he tried. I know the whereabouts of every Asucha I've forged. All Soul Reapers are given an Asauchi, and through training we transform them into our personal Zanpakuto. This is the foundation and essence of the relationship between Soul Reapers and Zanpakuto. It is an absolute truth. It's not just squad members and captains, but the Zanpakuto of a Zero Squad too. Even a stray outlaw like Kenpachi Zaraki gained an Asuchi by pulling it off of the corpse of a Soul Reaper. Yeah, and he just overrode it with his own spiritual energy. Every one of us, since the dawn of the Soul Society, not a single Soul Reaper has awakened their own Zanpakuto without possessing an Asuchi I forged. It was obvious that this method wasn't going to work for him. You and I both knew that. He's the only one who doesn't understand that. That's why he needs to know the whereabouts of his soul. Gotta get that deep dive in your past. Ask your parents about their heritage. Educate yourself. Go on, kids. Ask your parents where babies come from. I'd be shocked if any kids are actually watching this. Alright, back outside your house. I'm home. Yo, Ichigo. Long time no see. Oh, no, he's gone. That punk ran away. Not looking for answers. Ooh, Bleach number 11, everything but the rain. What the hell is wrong with you? He went to the Unagi shop. Yes, run into the loving arms of Big Boo. You can't escape them. Orihime wasn't available, so this is the next best thing. The next biggest thing. Show up for the first time in a while. Is he even still working here anymore at this point? Looking like it's the end of the world. What are you, some schoolgirl who had a fight with her parents? Sorry, man, I've seen a lot of hentai start out like this. I'm just saying. I got kicked out without even getting my Zanpakuto fixed. I don't know how to face them right now. Face people who probably have no real idea about this. Mr. Kumi, thanks for... Oh! Food! Eat it. It'll warm me up. Buns! Those weren't the buns I was expecting him to fondle. Big meaty bun. I'm sorry, Miss Suko. They're not showing up for work and barging in on you like this. Oh! Then again. Oh, damn! I'd rather you came to work and hear your apology, you idiot. The moment I hired you, I felt like an older sister to you. You can come to me at any time. Can't you rely on adult Miss Kumi? I'm not gonna lie, I always thought it was gonna end up being like a situation where she was like, somehow related to Ishin or even Masaki or something like that, but no. There's no one here. Hey, seems like it was a prank, Mr. Kumi. Hey, I'm going home. I'm fine now. Hey, wait. Hey, you just got cleaned up, kid. Oh, he left his combat pass. It is a different color, huh? Is this how it originally was supposed to be colored? I didn't know that. You forgot something. And he's gone. I guess I'll deliver this to him tomorrow. I can't remember if it's a bad thing that she has that. Can't you pick me up in that outfit? You know what's going on, don't you? I heard what's happening in the Soul Society from Urahara. Because of the fact that your Zanpakuto was broken and the Zero Squad came down. They kicked you out, didn't they? Well, I can see why. In your current state, there's no way you can fix your broken Bankai. You don't know anything about yourself. Yeah, whose fault is that? I mean, see, this was the funny thing too. It's just like, the moment Ichigo found out what his dad was, he never asked, and it seemed like he just kept running away from the situation. It feels like Ishin would have just told him if he asked. Then again, Ishin should have sat him down and been like, son, I got a few things to tell you about. Remember what you said to me? That you could wait until I was ready to tell you? Now's that time. You picked a hell of a time, Dad. Listen carefully. You're not a Soul Reaper, but you're not an ordinary human either. Ichigo, your mother was. Your mother was. Man, they love this rain stop effect. We have turned back the pendulum yet again. Your mother was smoking hot. Misaki Kurosaki, a Quincy. Oh, an explanation about the Unagi shop. Or Unagaya. I forget what the joke was about that. Something about the family name or something? Misaki Kurosaki. I actually love her in the flashback because she is nothing like what she seems. The Sarate, Squad 10 Barracks. Captain, where are you? Rangiku Matsumoto. I found you. Captain. Oh, bullseye. You broke my beautiful tailbone. I had to take the day off. I'll come back. Rangiku still got them knockers. I'm gonna make sure you do your job, Captain Shiba. Ishin Shiba, Squad 10 Captain. I've completed the document, sir. Well done, Toshiro, our soon-to-be captain. Hold on. See, this is weird, and it paints a very different relationship for Ichigo and Toshiro. And even Rangiku. Where it's just like, they used to work under his dad? I mean, did they not notice the family resemblance with Ichigo? Did they ever go and try to see Ishin? I could have sworn they visited his house a few times, or was that just filler? Raised a lot of questions. I should be next in line for the captains based on rank. Are you kidding me? If someone like you were to become captain, the squad would be ruined. I agree. I've been making progress with my Bankai training, so I think it's just fine. You think you can agree with him like that? Take it easy, you two. Does anyone know what happened to the manju I had? After, by the way, this report that caught my attention. Toshiro ate his manju. It's about this one. Hey, let's talk about my manju first. Have you seen the manju I hid in here? Shut up. Who cares about your manju right now? It was delicious. So you did eat. Even worse, you tried to brush it aside. You're the hottie boy, aren't you? You remember the report from 2 months ago? Which from the mid-sized city in Naka, where one of the station's Soul Reapers died in an accident. Yeah, I do remember. The one where the cause is still under investigation. Correct, we just received last month's report. Last month, 2 more died. Hey, where are you going, Captain? To investigate. Take care of the rest, okay? Hey, you're leaving right now? Alone? Yep, I should be back in 2 days, so cover for me, will you? You can't be serious. Shouldn't we report this to the head captain? We're going after him, Toshiro. No, let's not. What are you saying? The captain went alone because he figured the investigation would be dangerous. I know that. That's exactly why. We should wait here. At our current level, we will only get in his way. Oh, whoa. Futuristic. Oh, any progress? Aizen. No, none at all. You've been successfully equipping hollows with the ability to help find their target, but not even the complex souls can withstand it. I see it. No matter. You're close to narrowing down the location of Shijirako and the other. We get to conduct co-locations better. We can smoke them out. 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's take our time. Gin, Kaname. Everything is in the palm of our hand. Except you fail, bitch! Ooh, pretty. It's getting cloudy. I don't like this. The last guy and the guy before that died in a rainy day, didn't they? Let's not talk about it. I see. It's dangerous on rainy days, huh? That's good to know. Captain Shiba, what are you doing here? I was looking for the bathroom and got lost. What an explanation. That's a terrible lie. If it rains tonight, you guys can go home. I like to pee in peace. What a thing to say. Ooh, standing there menacingly. Karakara Township, in essence. How's everything going at school, Misaki? Oh, Ishida resident. Oh, right? Oh, I go there every day, Aunt Uzumi. And how about your Saren? My Saren is going so-so, I guess. What do you mean by so-so? Yes, I'm sorry. You understand the situation you're in? Your predecessor passed away. You have no so make you the sole survivor member of the Kosaka family. We've always taken you because you're a fellow Quincy. Mother, please stop. I could hear you from outside. I'm going back to my room. Where's father? He's at Funsfeld. I too would like to know when he'll be back. Ooh. Oof, damn. Yeah, Ryu had a great relationship with his grandpa. His grandpa's wife, on the other hand, not so much. I forgot. I guess it was that they were trying to marry into a strong Quincy bloodline and all that. Because Ryu's actual mother is kind of lower class. Misaki, I'm sorry. Please forgive my mother. She's taking her loneliness out on you. Don't be silly, Ryu. There's nothing to forgive. I'm not angry at all. Thanks for the meal. Oh, the shrimp au gratin was great tonight. Bye. Yeah, she was a lot more spunky. Yep. There's Ryu's mom. That's a game. Yes, what is it, young master? Saki. She knows the only reason she was brought into the family is because mother wants to protect the ex-Quincy blood and the Ishida family. Is that what your mother told her? You really think she needs to be told that? She's not that stupid. Do you think she would be happy marrying me? Young master, I see you believe that happiness is necessary for a marriage between Quincy. You're so kind. Oh. Yeah, I actually kind of forgot about this whole situation. Like, I remember a few of the things that come later with Misaki, but I'm just like, oh right, she was supposed to marry Uryu's dad. Oh my. The kindness would be more than enough to make Miss Misaki happy. Don't be silly. What's so kind about me? I only want to make Misaki happy because without happiness, it is impossible to look to the future. I'm not refusing it. I'm not referring to our future, but that of the Quincy. Oh, well, that was an awesome transition, like tears falling. Oh, that was good. Okay, stay near Southgate. It's starting to rain hard. Either they're specifically targeting Soul Reapers, or just reacted to high spiritual pressure. Try to bait them out with spiritual pressure. Oh, amazing. So this is Captain Shiba's spiritual pressure. Oh, Jesus! Whoa! Oh! Damn it! Besides, the spiritual pressure is not what they're attracted to. Oh man. A black hollow? Ooh, that mask looks familiar. Jeez. It's like, yeah. You know how Fullbringers are brought into existence when their moms are attacked by hollows at some point in their life? Yeah. But didn't they say it was when the mothers were pregnant? Or am I misremembering that? His whole body is black, and the whole appears to be covered up. Judging from spiritual pressure, is definitely a hollow. Here it comes! Oh, I sent a massive spiritual pressure on the move. A hollow. And another one. Don't bother, Misaki. How many times must I remind you? We Quincy should only head out after the Soul Reapers are dead. And even then, it's traditional that Katagiri and the other guys should handle it. Yeah, they believe in letting the weaker blood get involved beforehand. Think of your position. You need to take better care of yourself. The ex-Quincy should not shed our blood so readily. Yeah, it was like the ex-Quincy are like the pure blood, while what was it, Gamenheld or something? They're like more mixed blood. But that's a very simple concept to ascertain from all of this because it's very typical in a lot of storylines. You know, the bloodline must remain pure and stuff like that. It's not inbreeding as far as I can tell. It's more just, Quincy's who have come from other Quincy's. But Ryu, oof, this thing looks like a hollow, but it fights like a Soul Reaper. It makes it difficult to fight. Captain Shiba. Oh, that's it. Katakura Town is under Shaw's 13th jurisdiction. Dumbass! Oh, you always think about Aunt Izumi, Quincy, the future, and many other things before you act. I really admire that about you. But to me, taking better care of myself means doing what I can when I can. If I follow customs and let someone die today, when I had the chance to prevent it, I know my future self would never forgive me. See, that's the funny thing. Ichigo gets a lot of his traits from both of his parents, because they're both the people that kind of just do what they can to protect as many people as they can when they can. Katagiri, we're heading out. What the hell was that? Was it a Sarah? The thing is fighting like a menace. Each time it devours a Soul Reaper, it gets stronger and smarter. Oof. Hey, there's no way a monster like you could go on a rampage without being noticed by the Soul Society. Who sent you? Of course you're not answering. Burn. Rengetsu. Oh, Shikai. I didn't even realize. Oh. Attacked from behind by Aizen. It's funny too how many people who get wrapped up in Aizen's experiments went kind of just missing to the Soul Society. Oof, the attack was done with a Zanpakuto. That's a Soul Reaper? There's a traitor pulling the strings. White, he is covered in black armor, yet called white due to whiteness within him. How ironic. Oh, don't underestimate you, piece of shit. Oh, he uses old blood to ignite things. Oh, one of its blades. Still able to fight after losing an arm? I'm impressed. Oh, point blank! Damn it. Ooh, there it is. Who the hell is that? A Quincy. This is not part of our plan. I shall eliminate her. Wait, let's see what happens. Wait, I want to see this. Faster. Ooh, nice. It's fast. In that case, idiot, what are you doing? Oh, good. I got you now. Ooh, got it at point blank. Oh, self-destruct. Are you alright? Yeah. Ow. Thanks. You saved me. You're the one who saved me. If you hadn't protected me, you wouldn't have been so injured. And I guess that means we're even. I'm gonna heal you. Hold still. Okay. And you take the thing out by yourself. Who are you anyway? What should I tell him? What would a Soul Reaper do if he finds out I'm a Quincy? My name is Masaki Kurosaki. I'm a Quincy. I see, you're a Quincy, huh? I've never seen a real one before. But wow, I feel lucky getting to meet a Quincy in person. What's with this person? Is this what Soul Reapers are like? No, not at all. I wonder if all the other Soul Reapers are like this. Not at all. Do not meet any other Soul Reapers. Most of the softer ones are no longer there. I hope they are. And I'm sure that the uneasy would. Oh, let's go, Katagiri. Masaki is safe. There weren't any problems. Got it? Yes, understood, young master. The fact that he self-destructed means he's not only surpassed the target holification phase, but reached the final stasis phase, and he passed it on to a Quincy. What an utter failure. That's not true. There are times when straying from the initial goal is a superior outcome. How exciting. A hollow created from a dead Soul Reaper decided to choose a Quincy to polar opposite of himself. So you want to see what happens next? I'm gonna admit, I don't actually remember what the idea here was. Because with the holification of Shinji and the other visor, it was like, okay, pretty straightforward. Thought that combining Aizen had this weird obsession with combining Soul Reapers and Hollows to create a more superior being, and I guess ultimately taking that metamorphosis onto himself. But I don't really understand what the plan here was initially. A Hollow that absorbed an artificial Hollow that absorbs Soul Reaper traits by consuming them. But what did they mean by pass it on to a Quincy? Was it just the nature of it attacking? They knew it would turn into something. They were using something similar to how Foebringers are created? Or was it something else? I honestly do not remember. It's very confusing to me. And I think I was confused too with the manga. There was something about the nature of things that I just did not understand what exactly Aizen was trying to do with all of this. And the funny thing is, Yuzu and Karen, they have absolutely no Quincy abilities. You'd think they would, though. Oh, after credits thing. Who are you? Oh, Hashwal. Oh, buddy. Even with your sins, you are like the sun. Oh, man. Everything but the rain. June truth. Bleach number 12. So honestly, to a certain degree, she has a little bit of a mixture of both Rukia and Orihime. In fact, she actually leans a little bit more towards Orihime the more she comes out of her shell. But I'm also talking about the tit. Oh wait, she's in high school right now. Never mind. Well, then again, older Masaki is also kind of like, whoa. I will say, leads to a lot of questions about their relationship as she gets older and you don't even know how old he is at this point. A relationship like this ends up looking like Robin in the cradle no matter what you do. I actually kind of forgot about Masaki's badass moment where she just lures the Holloway close and just BAM! Right point blank. But all things considered, I feel like Karin at least could have developed Quincy abilities if push came to shove. Honestly, I remember that the way that the artificial Hollow White bites at Masaki is very kind of reminiscent of how Orihime draws in her brother. But it was a lot more deadly in this situation. But yeah, I guess it was just another method of hollowification. So it just infected Masaki with hollowness? I guess to turn her into a hollow, but I that is curious. What would a hollified Quincy end up looking like? That's actually interesting. Because the two can't coexist. There's such a stark opposition to those two things. It makes me wonder how that would have turned out. Because, like, you think the relationship between Soul Reapers and Hollows are bad. So, a Quincy and a Hollow. Oof. And this is all stuff that led into Aizen, having Rukia head to Katakura Town and so on and so forth. So, this kind of becomes the origin of Aizen's experiment in technically creating Ichigo to a certain degree. Because even during the original series, there were a lot of situations where it's just like, a lot of really strong Hollow just seem to keep getting real close to Ichigo's family at a certain point. And I guess it makes sense that ended up being Aizen's whole plan to have Ichigo grow stronger, because Ichigo was kind of like, oh man, okay, we ended up with, he just wanted a more Shinigami with hollow powers, but now we have a Quincy in the mix. And now that Quincy with the hollowification inside of her has now had a baby with the Soul Reaper, and it's just like, okay, how's that gonna turn out? I mean, I know that Aizen's ultimate goal was to overthrow the Soul King, but I don't know, it was weird how he went about it. He felt that this, just combining all these abilities, would ultimately give him ultimate power, I guess. Because the Hogyoku itself was supposed to be this thing that grants wishes. That's how apparently Horihime gained her powers and yada yada yada. But the true nature of the Hogyoku still feels very odd, because why did he think that holification would be the way to go? And it's essentially like the Cosmic Cube from Marvel, but, well, not the MCU Cosmic Cube, that's the Space Stone. And he used the Hogyoku to turn Shinigami into Hollow and Hollow into, well, a Rancor. But to that end, I still don't understand the nature of the Hogyoku, because a lot of the people it affected felt like they weren't even, it feels like it should have affected more people then. Because I know Urahara hid the Hogyoku in Rukia's soul somehow, through some means. But if that's what caused Orihime and Chad to develop their powers, wouldn't it have done it to more of Ichigo's friends than what we saw? I mean, Chad developed essentially Fullbringer abilities, but it's explained away that he is a Fullbringer. But wouldn't Orihime also be a full... like, that's the thing. Did their powers come from the Hogyoku, or did it come from Fullbringer? And why isn't it just Fullbringer then? I mean, the Hogyoku hollowifying certain people kind of just explains it. It means that Chad didn't even necessarily have to have his mother attacked by Hollow. It was just the Hogyoku who inseminated him with Hollow-like ability. It's an easy explanation, but it feels like we never got that explanation. Ugh, I've gone so completely off the rails. Aizen's plan always makes my head hurt a little bit. Regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Also remember to like, subscribe, bell, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.